Okay. Yeah, I just ate some McDonald's, so, haven't been eating much lately. I needed to eat, but it did make me sleepy, which is exactly what I thought it would do. Because the thing is that, when you don't eat, which is why I think other people, like, if they're running out of food, they have no money for food, uh, they might panic earlier than I will, but due to my previous experiments with fasting, I realized that like if you don't eat for a couple days, you actually you get a lot of energy. Like you can sleep 4 hours a night and not feel tired at all, and you're thinking like very clearly. Um, and maybe that's because there's chemicals in the food, or maybe it's insulin response. But evolutionarily speaking, I think it's like if hey, if you're fed, then that's time to like build. It's time to store fat and store muscle. Uh, but uh, if you haven't eaten, then it's time to go hunt, go kill something. So you need to have energy and be thinking clearly. So yeah, so like I don't really worry when I have no food because it sucks sometimes when you're super hungry and you don't have any food. It does suck, but then you get past the point where you're not hungry and you stop being hungry, and then you like have a lot of energy and think clearly. Anyways, so another thing though is that like apparently having these guys here has pushed me into sales mode because I don't know, it's because like I don't know, it's just that there's always some sort of verbal sparring going on, but it's like always like um that dance where it's like, okay, I need you to like know where my boundaries are, or I need you to know like if you're wasting my time, or like but at the same time, I don't want to leave you feeling bad about things. I want to make sure you still have a good feeling about the overall interaction. Um, and so that's like the core of sales. Don't let them waste your time, but at the same time, don't be so and don't let them don't like immediately fold to the first objection. But also, you want to ideally give them a positive feeling about the entire interaction overall, um, and addressing it from their point of view. And I also think just like telling people what to do, giving people tasks, and planning out not just your activities but the other people's activities, it like turbocharges your executive functioning. Uh, yeah, because I mean, I think when I'm like in code mode, um, I'm good at like thinking logically and thinking in like patterns and like extrapolating things, but not as good at like deciding like, well, okay, what needs to be done right now? Or like so kind of two different ways of thinking. Um, so that did push me into sales mode. So we'll see. But I'm gonna work on this school marketing demo, which should be mostly done, but it's an old one. I started at the oldest demos and worked my way forward. So, and then I need to send him an email and add him on LinkedIn. Um, and I would love to get like a few restaurants done because Ollie did call all of the restaurants that we currently have demos and videos for. He called all of them. So it would be, and also this is day two that Mo has not done anything. He has made no videos for 2 days, and I made the video yesterday. So But yeah, so it would be good to have to give Volley like a new list to work with. And I was considering the idea of like choosing another city or something and just doing a burner list because so he can practice without us worrying that because we're focused on, it makes sense to be like, oh, we're just going to deal with the people that are closest to us. This restaurant is close to us. They're close to us. They're close to us. We'll start with them. And it's like, yeah, but then like there's only a limited number of places that are close to us. And so if we burn them, then they're gone forever potentially. So if we were just doing like if we chose like a random city in Florida and did the same thing we're doing in Minneapolis, but just with a random city in Florida, and then if we burn all of them, it doesn't matter. Makes no difference. That said, there's certain things that like maybe we just wouldn't even realize because of the geographic difference. So yeah, I would love to work on, and also then, like I said earlier, I want to do the give at least one feed, at least add one feed to the resource because that way, once one feed is added, then I can add more incrementally. But that's just a very absolute MVP of that. All right. So let's see here. The first question is, wait, did I actually email that guy or not before? I might have. Looks like I emailed info at Skol Marketing, but I did not email. Okay. It's not even a terrible email, to be honest. Okay. Next question. Did I make them a video? I think I might have actually made a video and a blog post. All right. Let's go to my website. And let's it is a terrible idea to eat McDonald's though when you're I mean it's the cheapest thing, right? But it makes you hungry. Like even when you're full, you're still hungry because it's got a bunch of addictive chemicals in it. Let's see here. Site navigation menu. You know, when I wrote that, I thought that that was very self-explanatory, but now thinking about it, nobody would know what the hell that means, site navigation menu. Okay, so I don't want the site navigation menu. I actually want the blog. Oops, I should do this. Okay, so we have a whole blog post here. And the blog post, we got the marketing FAQ, blog feed audit, review bot, chat. Hi, this is a tricky one because definitely this chatbot is not as good as the one. If I would have made it yesterday, it would be way better than this. But I mean, I published this on September 29th, so it's been more than a month. It's been a month and a half since I made this, and but I do have a video of it. So let's watch the video. All right, I've been working on making today I made a demo for Skol marketing. So this is the FAQ bot right here. It should be able to answer questions about Skol marketing, what services they provide, their basics. Now I've mostly automated the process of making these, which is why, and this is a mostly automated creation here. So, but unfortunately I tested it earlier, it did not get the phone number. So I need to update the automation so that it gets the phone number. Let's see here. So let's switch to the blog feed. And I happen to know their most recent post is about content marketing. So I'm going to ask it about content marketing as soon as it loads. It is going slow. I'm not sure what's going on with that. There we go. Now, if I click on it, it will indeed bring me to their website where that blog post does actually live. Okay. What have we not tried yet? So we did the FAQ, we did the blog bots. We've got two more. Okay. So on their website, they have a button that says sign up for a free audit. So this is an example of a web form that you would, it's just taking that web form and turning it into a chatbot. But other than that, it should theoretically operate just like the web form does. That said, I mean, when you submit a web form, a couple of things. If you have a question in the middle of submitting a web form, you have to go away from the web form and go look it up. But with a chatbot, in theory, you could just ask the chatbot directly. Another thing is that you can make it so that once they submit the web form, it just immediately moves them on to the next thing. In fact, if you have an automated, SEO audit, it could just give them automated SEO audit there. Okay. So it goes through all the messages, including your competitors' URLs and stuff like that. So which tells me that their SEO audit is actually pretty thorough, which is cool. But anyway, so let's try the very last one that I made for them was the review bot. No reg bot on this one. I certainly can make them a reg bot, but for now, that is the least automated process, basically. All right, so clearly I did not make them a reg bot. So if I wanted to make one, I would be starting from scratch, which is good. I'd much rather start from scratch, having a process to do that, which I do have, as opposed to either just discarding what I had made before or trying to edit it. Either one of those things is not something that you feel good about. Yeah, I don't like this video. It's killing me a little bit. For starters, I've noticed if you're, making a video, if you look directly into the camera, it will automatically, like, snap you into focus where, like, as if you're talking to a real human being, and so when I'm looking away, even though I know I probably have to have to think about things, but, like, that sort of all of this, like, body language is, not ideal for making videos. Um, but that's sort of a thing where it's like, man, if you're in video making mode, then that's comes naturally, but when you're not, so that's why I don't like to switch. Like if you're coding for 12 hours straight and then you try to make a video, you're gonna look terrible. But if you're like just making videos the whole day, then even if the first few suck, you're gonna get okay with it. You're gonna get good at it. So, ugh, I don't know. I'm very conflicted. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying to look at the camera and talk like I'm talking to a person because that is going to just disrupt my ability to think clearly. But I'm very conflicted as to whether I want to like just ship it, just send them the demo and move on, or um, or make a graph bot at least and probably a manifest. Because on the one hand, it's like, I mean, why add extra work that I'm not getting paid for, and maybe they're not interested anyways. And also maybe they're interested based on this. And so then, that's great. But on the other hand, yeah, so but also obviously I don't want them to not understand where I'm at now because I can do this better than I was doing it back then. And the slowness has been for the most part a fixed problem. And honestly, I feel like the way that if I was to remake the video would be so. But I don't know. Maybe I just ship it. Okay, beautiful. So I was just talking to myself that whole time, and it didn't matter at all because my mic was muted. Amazing. Come on, ChatGPT. Let's go. Holy moly. Do I still have a lot of things open or what? Kind of. Actually, very much so. I literally have like 5 ChatGPTs open. But it usually is a network problem um, as opposed to a RAM problem. Okay, looks like I finally have closed everything except for this window. Don't make it downloadable, just paste it in the just put it in a code box. A cold box. I thought I said cold box. Unbelievable. Ooh, Sora is here. I can download Sora. Sweet. All right. I hope that's Sora too. There we go. We got that source code. Save it in there. Um, man, fucking hell, dude. It's like a 2-minute video. It's not a 2-minute video. Why do you add the extra bullshit? Um, I don't know. I don't know about this email, but you know what? I think I got a ship. From AI upgrade. Okay. Anyways, should I send it to myself first, just to make sure? I always think I should not do that, and I always regret not doing it. So, because there's just no way to like edit something from the other person's point of view unless you put yourself in their point of view of having received it, seeing it the way that somebody who received the email would be experiencing it. That's my opinion. Man, it is bugging me that I said, like, a whole bunch of stuff there, and I was on mute the whole time, and now I'm like, I wanna go back and listen to this and wonder what I had said. So I'm like, "Oh, I should try to figure out what all I was talking about there." I know that I don't know when I went mute. It might oh, it's when that phone call came in, I muted it. That makes perfect sense. Hmm. Well, in that case, I don't think I missed much. Okay, it says a 2-minute demo. How long is the actual demo? It's 5 minutes. So, you know what? Let's just yeah. I don't like the way my voice sounds in there. Not for the normal reasons. I don't like the way my voice sounds, but because that's just extra autistic sounding. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they'll be like, "Oh, he's probably like a really good coder because he can't talk properly." Um, okay, I don't need that anymore. So yeah, I'm just gonna change this. I think I can change this to. Oh my god! If I send it to myself, then I have to like redo all of this. I have to redo everything I did. These things get tedious. Tell you what. Oh sh. I think it's about that time for people to be getting me high on secondhand marijuana smoke. That would probably explain the coughing. I don't know if it's weird to not have that title in there. Okay, anyways, where's the source code? So I just want to find where it says 2 minutes and change that to say 5 minutes. What the heck? Why is it so difficult? Okay, let me send this to. Delivery status notification, keep formatting. I don't know if I need to press it or not, but I will. Okay. Now, okay, let's just send it. Screw it. Let's just send it. Done. Now, I guess I should work on more chatbots. Restaurant chatbots, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm glad I got that one. I got one out though. If I can do one per day, honestly, that would be amazing. If I could do one restaurant and one SEO agency per day, that would pretty much be perfect. And then also the work on the resource.